Hi friends, you are warmly welcome for today's session. Today I am going to deal with chemistry subject, and the chemistry subject today I am going to teach on the topic of electrolysis. Specifically in this topic, today I am going to deal with the meaning of electrolyte, non-electrolyte and electrolysis. Now let us start with the meaning of electrolyte. What is an electrolyte? Simply we say an electrolyte is a substance which dissociates into its free ions when it is in a solution form or in a molten state. A good example of electrolyte is our table salt, a sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a good example of an electrolyte. Why sodium chloride? It means that when you take sodium chloride and you dissolve it in water, it forms a solution, and it forms a solution in which the sodium ion are available in dissociation. It means that they dissociate to form their respective ions. So sodium chloride has dissociated into sodium ions and chloride ion when it has been dissolved in water. Now, all substances with that behavior of forming the free ions after being dissociated, after being dissolved in water, it means that are known as electrolytes. Also, it means when that substance also is heated and it melts to form free ions, also it is known as an electrolyte. So that is a simple meaning of an electrolyte: in a substance which is capable to dissociate into its ions when it is in a solution form or in a molten state. I hope you have understood it. Now let us see the meaning of non-electrolyte. Non-electrolyte. When we say non-electrolyte, it means that it is the opposite of electrolyte. So we are going to reverse the definition. What is a non-electrolyte? Simply we say a non-electrolyte is a substance which does not dissociate into its respective free ions when it is in a solution form or in a molten state. What is a good example of an electrolyte? Yes, the answer is that a good example of an electrolyte is a hydrogen chloride gas when dissolved in methyl benzene. What does it mean? It means that when you take a hydrogen chloride gas and is passed into methyl benzene, it does not dissociate into its free ions, which are hydrogen ion and chloride ion. I hope you have understood the concept. Now, after looking at the definitions of electrolytes and non-electrolytes with the examples as I have done, let us shift to the meaning of electrolysis. What is electrolysis? What is electrolysis? We say that electrolysis is the process. Electrolysis is the process in which an electrolyte, simply we say electrolysis. Electrolysis is the process in which an electric current is passed through an electrolyte and causes the chemical reaction. Is the process in which an electric current is passed through an electrolyte and causes the chemical reaction. Now let us see. We have the term electrolysis. Electrolysis. Under the word electrolysis, we have electro and finally lysis. Simply, electro stands for electricity, while lysis means breaking down, to separate. Lysis, breaking down, electric current. So it means that to break down a substance after the passage of electricity. That is why. So under electrolysis, we break down an electrolyte due to the passage of electric current. Now let us see more elaboration on the meaning of electrolysis by using an electrolytic cell. You may see we have an electrolytic cell like this. This is an electrolytic cell. When we speak about an electrolytic cell, is a device in which electrolysis takes place. A device in which electrolysis takes place is known as an electrolytic cell, as you may see in this diagram. An electrolytic cell has metal rods which are known as electrodes, and through electrodes it is where the electrons enter and leave an electrolyte. Now this is a battery. As you may see. This is a battery, as you may see. So in electrolytic cell, as I've said, we should have electrolyte. This is electrolyte, as you may see. This is electrolyte. This is an electrolyte. This is an electrolyte. This is an electrolyte. An electrolyte. This is cathode. As I've told you that these are metal rods known as electrodes, and this is specifically is cathode. This is specifically is anode. This is anode. This is anode. As you can see, this is a battery. I have drawn a battery made up of two cells. These are simple connecting wires. Now, electrons enter an electrolyte. Electrons enter an electrolyte through the cathode, and electrons enter an electrolyte through the cathode, and it is through the anode through which electrons leave an electrolyte. Electrons leave an electrolyte through the anode, as you may see. Now, let us assume we have our dissolved salt, sodium chloride. If it is sodium chloride in making this solution, if our electrolyte is sodium chloride, it means that we should find sodium ions and chloride ions in dissociated form. Sodium chloride, we are going to get chloride sodium ions throughout the electrolyte, sodium ions and chloride ions in dissociated form. So they are dissociated. Now, I need to elaborate the meaning of electrolysis. That it is the passage of electricity into an electrolyte causing a chemical reaction to take place. So when electric current is passed through this electrolyte, it means that it causes the chemical reaction to occur. How does it occur? It means that after reaching the electrolyte, when the cathode, when electric current reaches in cathode, the positive ions migrate towards the cathode. The positive ions present in this solution are sodium ion and hydrogen ion. Positive ions present. Positive ions are sodium ion and hydrogen ion. Hydrogen proton, I mean. This hydrogen proton is from water and sodium ion from sodium chloride. So these migrate towards the cathode. And at the cathode, the reaction which takes place is reduction reaction. So the reduction reaction will take place whereby the sodium, either sodium or hydrogen ion, one of them will be discharged at the cathode. That is a reaction. It is a reduction reaction. But the chloride ion, the negative ions we have chloride ion and hydroxide ion. This is from water and this is from the salt, sodium chloride. Now the negative ions migrate to the anode. When they migrate to the anode, it will only occur after the passage of electricity. When they migrate towards the anode, they are going to lose their negative charge. It means that they are going to be discharged. That is a chemical reaction, and that chemical reaction is oxidation. They are going to lose their electrons. So that is oxidation. So we have seen after the passage of electricity through an electrolyte, the reduction and the oxidation reactions have taken place. Now it means that electrolysis is the breaking down of a substance, electrolyte, after the passage of electricity. That is all. That is the meaning of electricity. No, that is the meaning of electrolysis. And after that elaboration, I hope you have understood well. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure that you subscribe and you put your comment, and don't forget to share with your friends so as to get this lesson as you have got it, and let them enjoy as you. Have a nice moment.